Today, we'll be shining a light on a new toy that I've been wanting for quite some time. What's up guys? Today we're going to be taking a look at the M2R Pro from OLight, a rechargeable LED torch that packs a lot of power and a lot of features into something that fits comfortably in your pocket. Now, full disclosure, this video isn't sponsored by OLight, but they did send out the M2R Pro for me to review. It is something I've wanted for quite a long time though, and I've heard great things about OLight torches online, so I'm pretty excited to get it out of the box and test it out. So, let's get to it. First things first, let's open up the packaging and see what comes in the box. Tell you what, it is a really nice premium box. So inside the box we get a little congratulations card congratulating us on our new OLight M2R Pro Warrior. Underneath there we have our torch. That's so cool. It actually comes in its own little holster straight out of the box, which is really cool. How do we release it? Oh yeah, push down, comes out, and there is our M2R Pro, looking very nice. It's probably a little bit smaller than I was expecting. Fits in the hand really nice, has a nice black metal finish. Button there, another button there or charging port, we'll find that out soon enough. And this nice little blue crown around the lens. Also in the box, we have one more little thing to open here. And in here comes our instruction manual, our magnetic charge cable that I'm pretty excited to test out. And oh, there's one more piece. Lucky last, it looks like a little bit of a lanyard. Awesome. Now, before we go and crank this thing up, let's touch on a couple of specs. So this comes with a 5,000 milliamp hour lithium battery. And to put that in perspective a little bit, that's more than twice the capacity of the battery in my iPhone 12 mini. It has a few different brightness settings, but at its brightest, it puts out a whopping 1800 lumens, which according to the specs, has a range of up to 300 meters. It'll run on that max setting for up to 5 minutes before dropping itself back down to the second brightness setting, which puts out 750 lumens. And it will run on that second setting for another 2.5 hours before dropping itself down to the third setting, and so on. But realistically, you're probably only ever going to use it on the top 2 settings. Feature-wise, it comes with this awesome blue magnetic charging cable straight from the future. Basically, we just plug this end into any standard USB port, and then this other end just magnetically snaps onto the back of the torch, and just like that, we're charging. It also comes with a pretty streamlined clip on the side of the torch here that, among other things, can be used for clipping to something like a cap hat, just like this. If you require 1800 lumens to eat your dinner. Wow, that is seriously bright. That's the first time we've turned it on. Or if you're hiking through caves, you could leave this on the second setting, so 750 lumens, and that would give you plenty of light to see and still give you 2.5 hours of battery life. But do keep in mind that at the end of the day, it is still just a torch held onto a cap with a small clip, so if you're moving around too vigorously, you could run the risk of it falling off. Anyway, enough specs, let's go test this thing out. Alrighty, moment of truth. I've come to somewhere that's nice and dark. I know you can't see much of it at the moment, but hopefully in a few seconds you'll be able to see a whole lot more. Now, rather than just showing you the M2R Pro by itself, I thought it was a good idea to compare it against something else. So I've dusted off my trusty old LED mag light to compare. Even though both these torches are LED, it's not really a fair fight, because the poor old mag light isn't rechargeable, doesn't have any of the fancy modes or accessories that the OLight does, and costs nearly half the price. But it should make for a fun old school versus new school battle. So first up, let's try the trusty old mag light out. Yeah, it's a decent amount of light for what it is, but it's a very focused beam. Now here comes the OLight on the second brightest setting. So this is 750 lumens. Oh, now that's what I call a serious amount of light. Look at that spread as well. You can just see everything. It's like a light bar in your hands. So whereas the mag light was bright-ish in a very concentrated area, this gives you that nice big spread to be able to see lots. And again, that's only on the second brightest setting, so we've still got one more brightness to go. I will just cover how the switches work because it's a little bit different to your standard torch. So the M2R Pro comes with two separate switches. The first switch is this small one here on top of the torch. Clicking this button once will turn the torch on to the last mode you used. And once it's turned on, you can hold that same button to cycle through a few of the different brightness settings. Keep in mind though, that cycle will only go as high as the 750 lumen mode. It won't cycle into the turbo mode, which is 1800 lumens. To activate turbo mode, we have to use a separate switch found on the back of the torch just here. Now this is a two-stage switch, so we have to make sure we press it in all the way to activate turbo mode. And there we go, there's the full 1800 lumens coming out of the torch, and that is just insane. Like, that is properly bright. And not only do we get a nice amount of range, but that spread is just so good. Now in this turbo mode, it's only going to run for 5 minutes before it turns itself down to the second highest setting. I'd say that'd be because of the heat buildup, because I can already feel it getting warm. That's how much light this torch is pumping out. Pressing that same end button halfway, so it doesn't quite make the clicking noise, activates the second highest setting. Now with this end button, we also have the option of pressing in and holding. And when you do that, the torch will turn off when you let go, which is handy if you just want to do like a quick inspection of something, but then you're ready to put the torch away straight away. Another cool feature is this battery indicator light on the front switch. So right now mine's green, telling me my battery's nice and full, but when it gets a bit lower, it'll turn yellow to say the battery's medium, and it will flash red when the battery's low. Durability wise, it's waterproof up to 2 meters, can survive drops up to 1.5 meters, and comes with 5 years warranty. All things considered, I am pretty impressed by the M2R Pro. As we just found out, it is extremely bright, it has great battery life, the build quality feels really impressive, like it feels nice and strong and durable, everything that you twist and press feels nice and refined, and I just love all the features and accessories. I love how the head of the torch is this kind of like a crown shape that can be used for smashing glass in emergency situations. I love the little holster to store it in, and I love that magnetic charge cable that you snap onto the back to charge it. Most of all though, I love how they've wrapped all those features into something so small and convenient that you can easily fit straight in your pocket. Well, that pretty much concludes this review. I'll leave a link in the description down below if you're wanting to pick one up for yourself, or just read some more in-detail specs. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you found that review illuminating, and I'll catch you in the next one. That is so impressive. That's awesome. Strobe light.